What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we get to install paddle shifters in my G8 GT. So these are the new paddle shifters. They're going to be very subtle, but basically all this does is it moves the manumatic function to a much more reachable spot. It doesn't cancel it out on the shifter column itself. That still works, but this will just be a lot more convenient. And then after getting these done, I have to do the intake still, and then I can get an engine and transmission tune, and this will make these a lot better. But included with them are very detailed instructions on how to do everything. Shout out to John Faust. He's the one that does these, and he is the one that made this write-up for it. Should be super straightforward, so without further ado, we're going to jump into it. Got to disconnect the battery, pull the airbag fuse, and then we start doing everything inside the car, and then a little bit of wiring. Everything goes back together, and we'll go give them a test. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright guys, real quick, so what you saw me do just then was after I got the airbag module off, which there's two, here, let's see, if I can get you guys in here a little bit better. Hold on, let me take my GoPro off the mount. Okay, so what you guys saw me do just then was I got the airbag module off, and so in the included instructions it'll tell you, but basically there's these two spring-loaded clips, the springs up here, and then there's these two tabs on either side. This is what holds the airbag into the steering wheel. And basically what you're doing when you're sticking the screwdriver in there. It's coming in through the back, and then you're trying to grab this and basically, well, I can't do it with my finger because the spring is stiff, but you're basically pushing this piece out, and that's unloading the tension and allowing you to pull the airbag off. So you saw me do that, and then you have to remove this screw and this screw to pull this black rear trim cover off, which is what the new paddle shifters connect to. So after you remove those two screws, the black plastic cover on the back will just come off. And then basically what John has done is he's already done all the wiring, cut and epoxied these in and done all the wiring and everything. So there's a ground screw right here on the other side. You'll attach the ground for the paddle shifters and everything to that factory ground, which is what you saw me doing as well when I was attaching this new cover. And then you run these two wires out just below where the factory connector is. Now I have to do some splicing, I believe, on this dark green wire, cut it away from the connector, take some of this tape off, and then use that for a signal wire. And then I do need to reattach this factory ground once the airbag goes back in. These are both airbag connectors as well. And then after that, I believe we got to run some wires down the steering column, so let's keep getting at it. Alright guys, so my camera died there, so I got this all button backed up. The only thing that you guys missed, if I go back, was that I cut the green wire off the body harness for the steering wheel, and then used these supplied tap connectors, which I know most people won't be a fan of, but honestly the connection on this felt really good. And I did verify that this cut through the wiring rubber, and it did. So you shouldn't feel worried about using these at all. Supplied connectors are good. So I did that, and basically you splice the wire. Then after you splice the wire, you connect the bottom wire that is remaining to the ground wire, and then the top wire to the two red wires for the paddle shifters. And then this is a better diagram explaining what I did. So this is the green wire, you cut it, goes to the ground wire. This is the top of the green wire that you cut, and it connects to both red wires off them. Went through, reconnected the airbag earth, and then the orange and blue wires. The airbag goes back in by simply just putting it in and then applying even pressure on both sides until you hear it pop in. It's very noticeable. You'll know when it's reattached. So now we got to remove the bottom dash panel above the driver's pedals, and then on top of the steering column, peel back the black tape on the clock spring to expose the green wire. Cut the green wire at least 1 inch away, and then connect the wire and supplied connector to the clock spring on that side of the green wire. And then we go down here and we have to do the BCM connect, so I'm going to start working on that and get you guys set back up on the tripod. Alright guys, so just got done installing and putting everything back. I haven't had the chance to test it yet because unfortunately as part of the process I did have to put my key in to unlock the steering wheel to be able to rotate it fully. So that required me to reconnect the battery, take it out, disconnect the battery again, leave it alone for 30 minutes so that I can reinstall the airbag fuse. So unfortunately I can't test it right now, but everything is back together. I'll show you how good they look real quick. And then gonna go grab dinner, wait the 30 minutes, come back out here, put the airbag fuse back in. And honestly, the only bad part about installing these was getting to the freaking BCM wiring. Unfortunately, the wire you need to use is purple and red, and honestly, it might be the wire that you have the least amount of accessibility to. I was under the dash for probably like 20 minutes, as you guys might have seen. So unfortunately, that part just sucks. So I don't really have a good recommendation. The best thing you can do is get in there, get your fingers on the purple wire and pull it out as much as possible. And then you take the connector and just clamp it on there with your fingers. And then try to squeeze a pair of pliers up there to seat it down. But battery's disconnected. I'm waiting. I just disconnected it. So see you guys in about 30 minutes. And let's hope all the wiring is good, because if not, that's gonna suck. Alright guys, so we are in the car right now. Everything is installed. Fuse light reset. My TPMS light went away. I don't really know why that happened. I think it might be picking up my tires that are over there. But anyways, so everything is installed, and just to show you guys that it does work, vehicle is in drive. Go over to sport. It says S1 right now. And here, let me get you a little closer. You can see it says M1, 3, and then we'll downshift, 2, 1. And then just once again a little further back so you guys can see I'm using the paddles. 2, 3. And then over here to the downshift. 2, 1. So, put that back in park. Well, actually, I gotta back up a little bit. But, just wanted to give you guys a quick little showing that everything is reinstalled and working properly. Very excited about it. Can't forget to turn my radio off. There we go. So I am super excited to be able to use those. Honestly, there's not much practicality behind it as far as what I'm going to be doing with it. Eventually I'll get an intake like I mentioned earlier, and then get the engine and transmission tuned. And honestly, I'm probably just going to use it on back roads so I can have fun with the car a little bit more. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.